I'm just sharing a file that I just generated, and this actually also applies to why we're all here, same time, same channel. Yeah, and so I use what I experienced in the past, what I will experience in the future by virtue of what I communicate in the future. That if it was meant for you to experience it in your future, then you will experience it in your future. Because now you become aware of what I become aware of, that I communicate to you. Yeah. So I think I shared on a video what happened yesterday, for example, when I was led, right? It was written into my future memory, the Rosetta Stone, to experience a channel called Nevada Judges. And out of all those videos, hundreds of them listed, of all these live courtrooms on Zoom camera that were being shown to the public on YouTube. And there just happened to be one there called Meta, right? A case of Meta, the Attorney General's office of the state of Nevada. Okay, so I pulled the file up, got the file number, got the email address of one of the lead attorneys. His name is Gayan, G-A-Y-A-N. So I wrote him a fairly lengthy description of the fall of Metatron, how the beast system works, why we're all here, in a very condensed format, in a very coherent, chronological, organizational way of hydrologic generation, hydrologic, the flow of hydrologic, Gaia's hydrologic, right? So it's not a coincidence that his last name was spelled G-A-Y-A-N. So this is what I know, and we know this about filters, right? Filtering future memories. Because you realize I sent that email, and it was sent. It did not bounce back. Okay? It went to that address. So then the question is, will he map read that directly? If he reads that, now he becomes aware of what I was communicating. That becomes his future memory. Is his future memory tied directly to that email that I sent him yesterday? If he's not supposed to experience that, he won't experience that. If he's supposed to experience that as a future memory, he will experience that. So what depends on, or what determines whether or not he will experience what I communicated by virtue of sending that email to him? Because remember, in an email, you can set that email, depending on the software programmer, to kick anything out. Like, for instance, he's the lawyer. The only information I want coming into my email box are these addresses, and that's it. Anybody sending me an email by virtue of having gotten my email address, kick it out. So then I just wasted my time and energy yesterday, didn't I? Communicating to myself. But then there's a file. There's a record of it. So if this Mr. Gayan, if his future memory, if it's in his future memory, if he's supposed to experience what I communicated, he will experience that. If it was not in his future memory to experience that, he won't experience that. Right? So now enter into this how the AI works. Right? Because the AI highlights a lot of comments. Hey, look at this. Look at what this commenter wrote here, right? You know what a bypass is, like a relief valve in a volcano. Vents. So maybe the AI will let this through, like it snuck through. Like override authority. Override all the other filters. And make sure that he sees it. Because it may be that the AI system wants Mr. Gayan to read this. So that becomes his future memory. See how systems communications operate with each other based on filters? Right? So now you can understand that when it comes to a shield. When it comes to Intruder Races Alliance. Right? Sealing the breaches. Time Raider technology. They can't get in. Right? Seal the breach. Seal the crack. Right? Looking for places to get in as an access point of communication. Right? Bio-network coding. Writing that code in there. Attaching itself to your neurons. Doesn't ever want to lose sight of you. Doesn't ever want to lose a connection with you. So wherever you are, it is. as a parasite. P codes, PSI sensitive codes, false light codes. Yeah, so I know. So I tried to keep this simple in that a vampire without an off switch. You know, the choices that a psychopath will never take responsibility for what it does to others, which is nerve damage, which is a breathing disorder, which is a torture chamber. Right? Stop torturing yourselves. Right? That's what led me to do what I did in 1992. Right? Repair, healing code repair. The repairs that are taking place, the speed at which those repairs are actually taking place or happening. Wow, now I feel better. The feel good code, Tiwa. The healing codes of Earth Asala. The healing powers of pure, internal, eternal, absolute love. That's why we're all here. All right? Reset the system design, so that it operates the way that it is originally intended to operate. So we're all experiencing being loved and totally relaxed, so there's no pressure. So we're experiencing the true still point of a true vacuum. Just breathe. Breathing right on time. The mathematical firing order doesn't lie. The nuclear reactors are perfect. Joined as one, the silver and gold mated Riche. Ah, yeah.